Welcome to Neo Royal House of Pricey Cardboard. On today's episode, we have some new faces on the channel. A second Matthew joins the fight directly from the MTGQ YouTube channel. MTGQ is a local channel here in Quebec where you can find pack and booster box openings as well as overall format discussions. If you speak French, definitely stop by to say hello. My second guest is a viewer of the channel, Julien. Julien brought his version of Shadrix Silverquill. It is mainly a token deck trying to go wide with inklings and buff them with counters or anthems. The deck still runs a couple of cards to take out opponents with commander damage, my favorite way to run a Voltron commander. Mathieu brought Lisette Dean of Root to the table. This is a golgari Lifegain deck that was built on a live stream for MTGQ. Focusing on tokens and aristocrats, this deck can use its commander to turn small creatures into bigger and deadlier attackers. Hugo will be playing his Lifegain deck as well, Tymna the Weaver and Ikra Shidiqi the Usurper. Despite the Lifegain, this deck is going in a very different direction, not creating any tokens and instead playing mana dorks and angels. The plan is to gain a lot of life through both lifelink and Ikra Shidiqi to channel this resource into a bolas citadel, ad nauseam or flux reservoir. For myself, I will be playing Zirda the Dawnwaker. This is a token deck using Zirda's ability to pay as little mana possible to activate artifacts and enchantments. The deck wins mostly by combat, pumping my vast choice of tokens, or by burn using cards like Perforos. Thank you to the patrons of the channel for supporting the content. You are really making this project possible. Mathieu gets to start this off. Alan drops a forest. He casts a skull clamp and pass. Alan drops a Temple of Triumph, scrying 1. Julien land drops Silverquill Campus tapped, while Hugo land drops a snow-covered forest, before casting Avacyn's Pilgrim, ending turn 1. Mathieu land drops a swamp, and then casts Scroll Rack. I land drop a plains and cast my own Scroll Rack. Julien land drops Phyrexian Tower, while Hugo land drops a swamp. Hugo then casts his first commander, Tymna the Weaver. Mathieu land drops a forest and casts Kodoma's Reach. I land drop a mountain and cast Idyllic Tutor, searching my library for mobilisation.
Ok, gros. Ah, malheur. Bon.
Julien cast Dowsing Dagger, giving me the plant tokens.
Eh ben, Néo Royal, hein. Tu m'as invité, donc je te donne les plantes. Oh, waouh. Incroyable.
Incroyable. Abus de pouvoir.
He does sadly miss his land drop and pass. Hugo land drops a snow-covered plains, and then casts Mangara the Diplomat. Going to combat, Tymna attacks Mathieu. He then pays 1 life, drawing 1 with Tymna post-combat. Mathieu land drops a forest, and activates his Scroll Rack for 4. He ramps some more with Arcane Signet and pass. On my turn, I activate Scroll Rack for 4 as well, because Mathieu has such good ideas.
Tarnouche, a besoin de laine, puis j'ai 3 laines. Parfait! Fait que, une autre
Un peu ce qui m'est arrivé, mais j'avais pas besoin de laine.
Ah, ok.
I then drop a plains and cast my commander, Zirda the Dawnwaker. Julien then drops a plains and casts Varagath Bloodsky Sire.
Mais je vous promets, au prochain tour, je search une land, hein, c'est pas...
Hugo then drops Murmuring Busk.
Pas de Tree Folk?
Non, j'ai pas de tree fall.
Bouh.
Peut-être que je suis un protecteur.
He casts a Sylvan Library. For his combat step, Tymna goes to Mathieu, while Mangara attacks Julien, who blocks with Varagath.
Toute la table qui est comme Mangara, no!
Hugo draws 1 post-combat. Mathieu land drops a swamp.
Yo, je peux avoir un deck de live game, mine de rien, mais j'ai pas gagné un tabarnouche de points de vie, j'en perds depuis tantôt.
Ah, t'es le plus bas!
C'est pas drôle, ça.
He casts a bolas citadel. He does not follow up with anything and pass. I then drop a mountain and cast Smothering Tide. I head into combat, sending Zirda to Mathieu. On his turn, Julien equips the dagger on Varagath and goes to combat, sending Varagath to Hugo. On damage, the dagger flips into Lost Veil. In second main, he uses this newfound mana to cast his own Smothering Tide.
En jouant.
Oh my god.
Ton Sylvan Library est un peu moins bon tout à coup, Hugo.
Oh my god.
Hugo draws 3 from Sylvan Library and we each create 3 treasures. I think Hugo did not know he could just draw his 1 card per turn. He keeps an additional card, paying 4 life. He lands up a command tower and casts Soul Ring, before casting Belidros Witherbloom. He then hands his turn. Mathieu activates Croak for 4, which is, to my surprise, not a draw. He lands up a swamp and casts Blood Artist. He follows it up with his commander, Lisette, Dean of the Root.
It's like that old saying, what goes up feeds the arboretum.
He then clamps his Blood Artist, drawing 2 cards. Blood Artist also triggers Undeath and drains me for 1. At the end step, I activate my Croak for 3. I land up a mountain and cast Mobilization.
C'est ce qui est bon aussi.
Mhm.
Caster 14 Crusade.
Oh non.
Oh.
Non.
Big boys.
Ok.
Oh non.
Oh no no no.
Oh,
I then cast Qatar's Crusade. I go to combat, sending Zirda to Mathieu with mana open. No blocks are declared and he takes 3. Julien lands up the plains and casts Selfless Glyph Weaver.
ouh. Est-ce que quelqu'un a un board wipe par hasard?
Peut-être.
Ce serait bon parce que j'ai très peur de Philippe.
He then casts Elenda, the Dusk Rose, followed by a Massacre Worm. In reaction to the worm, I create 1 soldier. This triggers Qatar's Crusade, saving my plants.
Est-ce que vous pouvez me compter combien de personnes meurent?
Je vais 5.
6 si tu comptes Hugo.
Julien then heads into combat, sending Varagath to Hugo for 2. This will be another video where Varagath does not tutor a lot apparently. Hugo lands up a Field of the Dead and casts a Nature's Lore, searching his library for Canopy Vista. The Vista will trigger Field of the Dead. He then casts his own Blood Artist.
Oh my god, tu m'as fait pour board wipe ici.
Je comprends pas pourquoi tu voudrais faire ça. Là.
Ouais, je sais pas.
C'est quoi le pire qui va arriver? 3-4 soldiers.
Going to combat, Belidros attacks Julien for 4. On his turn, Mathieu activates Croak for 5. He then lands up the forest from the top of his deck.
Oh, attention, on voit ta main.
Non, non, c'est pas ma main, c'est je l'ai tassé du deck tantôt.
He casts Soul Shatter. This will force me to sacrifice Zirda, so I activate Mobilization 9 times in reaction. Each time Qatar's Crusade will trigger, I will create the next soldier. This way, all my tokens will get the same amount of counters when we resolve the stack. While my Crusade triggers are on the stack, Hugo casts Anguished Unmaking, exiling the enchantment.
Le prochain inkling, il est pour toi, Hugo.
Merci.
We sacrifice Zirda, Massacre Worm, and Belidros. Blood Artist drains me twice and Mathieu once. Massacre Worm also triggers for me and Hugo. The stack is now clean and Mathieu casts Grave Pact. I untap for my turn and cast Eldrazi Monument.
Fait que ça donne Flying Indestructible +1/+1.
Oh,
I send 3 soldiers to Mathieu, 4 to Julien, and 2 to Hugo.
faut en mettre 2 sur le top, parce que sinon je meurs.
Ou tu pars dignement pis t'es prends
Ouais, c'est
tout.
ça, au moins je peux pas dans le frame. Ouais, c'est ça qui va arriver. Je vais garder, gars!
Ah!
Well played. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you happen to speak French, check out Mathieu on the MTGQ channel. Don't forget to like the video, take care my friend, and we'll see you very soon.